Hey there Ninja, I'm Stephanie Stiavetti and I'm from fearlessfresh.com and I have a recipe that I'm super excited to share with you today. So we're going to be talking about Kasespatzle, and I butcher that word every single time because I'm not German, so don't make fun of me for the way I pronounce Kasespatzle. Basically, Kase means cheese in German, and I'm sure I'm mispronouncing that. And then Spätzle are like these little dumpling noodle things, and they're really delicious, and they're actually really easy to make. You can buy them from the grocery store pre-made, but making them at home is actually really simple. So when you're making Spätzle, it's basically a really thin dough of egg, flour, and cream. And that's it, a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper. That's it. And then what you do is you bring a pot of water to boil after mixing the dough together. You let it rest for 20 minutes. While the dough is resting, you bring a pot of water to boil. And then you drop the dough in little tiny bits into the boiling water. Now, you can buy a Spätzle maker, which is kind of like a one-trick pony in the kitchen as far as what you're going to use it for. So here's what I usually use. This is a cheese grater, and you can see that the holes are a little bigger, right? And so what I do is I put this cheese grater over the top of the pot, and then you just put the dough in the cheese grater, and you just go, and you like smush it across. And what happens is the dough drops out of these little tiny holes and into the water, and it makes perfect Spätzle. Right? You want to look for a cheese grater that's about that size. I don't know if you can see me through the holes. But so anything like this will work, anything with holes in it. So if you have like a strainer that's got big holes in it, that'll work. Anything along the same lines will work. You can literally make homemade Spätzle in like 10 minutes, right? And that includes the cooking. It's so incredibly simple. You let them boil for a few minutes. After they're done boiling, you strain them out like you would any other pasta or dumpling. And then you throw them in a pan with a little bit of hot oil and you saute them for a few minutes so they get nice and brown. And what it does is it makes them a little less sticky. They stay tender, they keep their beautiful tender texture, but they brown a little bit and they get kind of nutty, and they're really delicious when you brown them. And then from there, to make Kasespatzle, it's super easy. You just throw the cheese in a bowl and you throw the noodles in a bowl, the hot noodles, and you mix it all together. And that's it. You can use any kind of cheese that you like. I like using Edam, which is a European cheese, but you can use Monterey Jack, you can use cheddar, you can use any melty cheese that you like. You can use a blend. You can buy like one of those like pre-shredded bags of cheese from the grocery store that are like 4 or 5 different kinds of cheese. Those actually make really delicious Kasespatzle. And then in my recipe, I put a little bit of caramelized onion on top just because it's sweet and it gives it more flavor, but you don't even have to do that. You can have your German mac and cheese all by itself. Now here's the beautiful thing about Kasespatzle. This is like down-home German comfort food. This is like you have a German grandma, you're not feeling good, and this is what she makes you. It's just these little Spätzle noodles and then shredded cheese. They melt together and you get this beautiful stringy like mac and cheese. It's like the perfect comfort food dish for fall and winter. So somewhere on this page you will find either a recipe or a link to this recipe. I suggest you find it and you download it and you make it because it's delicious. The recipe is hosted on fearlessfresh.com, which is the place to go if you want to become a faster, more creative, more efficient home cook. So check it out and I'll see you later.